Do you feel that home affordability is still a challenge? With more homes coming on the market, would you feel more optimistic, especially if somebody could point out ways you might have an advantage? Jackson and Dorothy in Doraville wrote in asking, even with the rise in interest rates, we think we're ready to jump back into the market and find our dream home. Is there any good news out there? And the answer is yes. Let me tell you the 3 trends that are really good news for today's home buyers. Number 1, there are more homes to choose from. During the pandemic, housing supply hit a record low. At the same time, buyer demand skyrocketed. The combination made it difficult, and difficult is not the right word. The combination made it impossible for some people to find a home because there just weren't enough homes to meet buyer demand. Number 2, bidding wars have eased. One of the top stories in real estate over the past 2 years was the intensity and the frequency of bidding wars. They happen all the time. But today things are different. With more options, you'll likely see way less competition from other buyers. And I would suggest that if you tried to buy a home over the last couple of years and experienced a bidding war, you might want to jump back into it because you might not experience that again. And number 3, you as a buyer will have more negotiating power. When you have less competition, you'll have more negotiating power as a buyer. That makes sense. Over the last 2 years, more buyers were willing to skip important steps in the home buying process like an appraisal or an inspection just to try to win a bidding war. But the latest data shows the percentage of buyers waiving those contingencies is going way down. And I'm not faulting anybody that waived those contingencies while the market was going cray-cray. But the reality is I felt for some of those buyers that had to learn things after closing that they should have learned before. So the reality is there are many reasons that it might make sense to move forward in today's world in terms of buying a house.